Hello, my name is Emily, as you may or may not know, and today we are in a new location. Yes, I have moved. It was stressful. And I do not have central AC, so if you hear fans going out there, unfortunately I am not going to be stopping them because I don't want to feel like I'm a pig at a roast. I turned the one off in my room, and it's already getting steamy in here. And not in the fun way, in the uncomfortable way. So anyways, today we are going to be looking at this niche on TikTok called dark romance. So one of my followers messaged me to check out the dark romance stuff on TikTok, and I had never really heard of dark romance before, so I was curious. And it's basically what I expected. The definition of dark romance is a subgenre of romance novels with darker themes and mature content. Oh my ooh la la, right? These stories often come with content warnings, morally gray characters, and plots riddled with trauma and violence. So cute. So obviously I'm not going to be talking about anything that's super graphic or disturbing at all because, number one, I don't want to disturb you, and also I would like to stay monetized. But if any of those topics make you feel uncomfortable, even in a comedic sense, then feel free to click off of this video and click into a different one of my other videos. You know, as long as you stay within the perimeter of my channel, then we won't have a problem. Otherwise, I will be crawling in your walls tonight. And listen, okay, before I get started, I am but a mere mortal girl, okay? I'm just making some jokes and good fun. I'm not trying to say that anyone's preferences or fantasies are wrong or that people who write this type of content are wrong, okay? It's just not my cup of tea, and that's fine. Who cares about my opinion? I'm literally just some person. Because I think for some of these posts, there are excerpts or ideas from actual dark romance novels, and I know that, you know, there's a fan base for that, and there's probably gonna be someone commenting like, actually after Giorgio set Stella's car on fire, he bought her a new one after, so it's actually not that bad. And it's like, you know, save your breath, okay? Like, go read your book, it's fine, I support you, I just, you know, whatever. So yeah. Let's just get into it, shall we? Him finding her after she was kidnapped and left on the street to die. Him stepping over her and leaving her there instead of helping her. Aw. Chivalry is not dead, but I might be. Not that you care. You know, this is how every beautiful love story starts, right? With someone writhing on the ground, screaming and crying for help, and then I'm just standing there like, do you guys hear something? Yeah, me neither. Also, love the caption. It says, you'd think there was no coming back from that, but you'd be wrong. Just like, how would you have a relationship with somebody after this? Like, I would bring this up in every single fight. Like, oh, you're mad that I hacked your phone to look at your text? Well, remember that one time that I was screaming and crying for help on the ground after being kidnapped and then you told me to quiet down because you were trying to listen to a podcast? And I'm sorry, but if you didn't want me to hack into your phone, you probably should have gotten better cybersecurity. And lucky for you, I know a great place to get better privacy online. Let's keep it just between us. It's NordVPN, y'all. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. NordVPN, everybody. NordVPN's goal is to make the internet a better and safer place for all of us to protect us from online threats, censorship, and surveillance. The internet can be a scary place. Okay, trust me, I've been on it a while. But with NordVPN, you can be better protected from things like password attacks, ransomware, malware, and phishing. And I'm not talking tuna, okay? With NordVPN, you have 24/7 support in case you have any questions or concerns at any time of the day. And then with one account, you can protect up to 6 devices. So you can be as chronically online as you want, safely. NordVPN helps me feel safer and more secure online, which is pretty important for me considering that one of my careers is literally all on the internet. As somebody who is, you know, an influencer, my online security is very important to me because if I get hacked, then, I mean, it's game over. Sayonara. If you would also like to have more security online, then you can use my exclusive link, nordvpn.com/notevenemily. That is nordvpn.com/notevenemily, and you can get an exclusive deal with extra subscription time. Users can get a huge discount with the purchase of a 2-year plan plus 4 extra months. Try it risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Make sure to use my link, or I will hack into your iCloud. Anyways, let's get back into our dark, dimly lit, the lights are not on, I can't see anything, romance. When the waiter places the bill in front of her instead of him. So she says, kill him, mio dulce. Being on a date and then the waiter places the bill in front of me, I just refuse to pay, and I look at my date and I'm like, well, what are you waiting for? Stab him. He's like, well, you did get the 7-pound lobster and the filet mignon, and I've just been sitting here chewing on my napkin all night. And I'm like, I don't care. Are you gonna go John Wick on his ass or not, you know? It's like, bring back real men. Writing a Yelp review like, you know, the food was amazing, ambiance was beautiful. However, the waiter did place the bill in front of me, 24F. So unfortunately, we did have to take him out back and beat him like a steel piñata. Also, who is Mio Dulce? Is that like the... I'm gonna Google that. Is that the name of the character? Oh. It's Italian. It means like, it's like a pet name in Italian. It can mean my sweet, my gentle, my dessert, my cake. Okay.
Mio dolce amore.
Oh wow, I really butchered that. If there's any Italian speakers watching, I'm really sorry. I'm sitting here American as hell, like, what is Mio Dulce? She throws a knife at his head, aiming to unalive him. He catches it by the blade before it hits him and stalks towards her. She backs away, scared that he's furious, but when he reaches her, he drops to his knees and whispers, I'll give you everything. Sorry, it is so hot I have to put my hair up, but okay. You know, she's got that, that harmful intent riz. That, you know, murder-based, off with his head type riz. Flirting can be pretty hard sometimes, you know, but next time I want to charm someone, I'm just gonna put him on one of those spinning wheels at the circus and start throwing daggers at him. He loves me not. He loved me, oops, I nicked his carotid. This guy is like, yeah, my love language is physical touch, in parentheses, assault. Like, does he do this with anyone who causes him bodily harm? Like, he's getting jumped by 10 guys, and in the middle of it, he's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna pay off all of your student loans. Where's your hot boyfriend? Tell us the truth. He doesn't even exist, says the mean girl. He replies, right behind you, stupid bitch. Damn. Like, okay, you know, maybe she deserved it a little bit, but, like, hey, the line was actually, I'm right here. Not turn around and face me with your lazy eye, you lopsided skank. So, someone calls her in the middle of the night and transfers her $100,000. Who the hell are you? You don't know it yet, but I'm your future husband. You'll have time to look forward to later, so pack your bags. Alessandro, is this you? What the f***? He's like, no, this is Jim. Who's Alessandro? I just gave you $100,000 and I'm on a roster? First of all, Alessandro, it's the middle of the night. Why are you calling me telling me to pack my bags, okay? I barely have the mental capacity to get up and take a piss, okay? Let alone pack my bags to go to an undisclosed location for an undisclosed amount of time. Like, do I bring a bikini? A parka? A gun? He never wears a bulletproof vest because he never really cared. He starts wearing one when he finds out that she is pregnant with his child. So considerate? I guess that's nice that he's willing to ruin every single outfit he ever wears for the sake of our unborn child. You know, like it might look a little bit out of place when all the other guys at the country club are wearing, you know, polo shirts and khakis, and then you're standing in the corner with military gear on. Me in labor giving birth to our child, and my husband is standing in the corner of the room with his bulletproof vest on like, yeah, you know, she's pushing pretty hard. You never know how fast that thing's gonna shoot out. When she doesn't have money for food at her fancy new school, so she only eats sandwiches. The school bad boy stealing her lunch and eating it in front of her. You know, for me, personally, I just don't really see how this is romantic at all. You know, it's like, OMG, this boy at school steals my only source of food and he told me to go rummage in the dumpsters like a little raccoon looking for scraps. What do you guys think? Should I date him? Also, how fancy is this goddamn school? You know, like the lunch is so expensive that your only two options are get your sandwich stolen or simply starve. Like, are they selling Uncrustables stuffed with caviar? Or like a single gold encrusted mozzarella stick for $700 plus tax? This is just like, I cannot have a relationship with somebody who was so mean to me. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of similar to like enemies to lovers. It's like, if you're my enemy, like I'm not gonna date you. Like, girl, I hate you. Like, if some rich brat at my school is intentionally stealing my lunch and I'm like starving and on the poverty line and they try and date me in the future, I would be like, die. The school psycho wondering why none of his tricks are making her quit school. Her. As long as there is breath in my body, you will never have the privilege of controlling me. It's like, what is up with these guys who are trying to get us to move schools or starve? It's like, can you get a hobby, perhaps? Like, ever heard of knitting, perhaps? Also, obsessed with the picture in the background of me trying to stand up for myself. I'm like, no matter what you do, you will never control me. And then he's just in the background like, damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. You know, I think instead of doing thirst traps to sexy background music, we should start doing them to powerful female monologues, okay?
Women, they have minds.
Women.
They have souls.
Yup.
As well as just hearts.
Yes.
And they've got ambition. And they've got
Ambition.
talent,
I am
as well as
woman.
just
Hear me roar. Yeah.
Guys, it is so fucking hot in here. It's so hot in here. I think I'm gonna go crazy. Nothing like summer in the city. When she accidentally falls asleep in his band's private practice room at school, him to his band members, wake her up and I'll rearrange your teeth. And then no one wakes her up and she misses the SAT. Or it's like there's a fire in the building and someone's trying to wake her up and then this guy is like, what did I just say? And they're like, but there's a fire. And he's just like, well, quite frankly, that's none of her business. Her hating her enemy for making her perform knowing she has terrible stage fright. Him wondering why she freaked out and ran away in the middle of class. Wow, yeah, I wonder why. What? This literally says that he made her perform knowing she has terrible stage fright. And then he has the audacity to be like, I wonder why she got freaked out. That's like me shoving somebody with claustrophobia into a small coffin and then being like, oh wait, what, you didn't like that? And I'm also just imagining him making her perform like he's, you know, a pageant mom or on Dance Moms or something like that. He's just standing in the back of the classroom like, hey Brittany, it's your time to shine, okay? Don't this up. A 5, 6, 7, 8, pirouette, pirouette, jazz hands, jazz. When she bumps into the school psycho and sees what she's listening to on her phone. Him calling her Brahms for the rest of the semester. Who was Brahms? Let's look up Brahms musical artist. Oh, okay, Brahms, yes. Born in 1833, so a bit old as bones. Imagine if she was listening to something else entirely, so he had to call her a different nickname, like, oh, hey, Glee cast. Everyone look over there. It's Jessie J featuring Ariana Grande featuring Nicki Minaj. Her working 2 jobs to keep the lights on for her little sister and survive high school. The billionaire son doing everything to kick her out of Redwood. Oh my god, what's new? What's new? Like, what is up with these people? Get a life, get a life. Don't you have homework? Like, you have 2 science projects that you still haven't turned in from last week because you're too busy setting up booby traps in my locker. I'm literally on the poverty line, okay? Poverty? She's on the line, bitch. It's like, why do you care if I'm at Redwood or not? How about I make your wood red by hitting it with a frying pan, okay? Her thinking she can ignore the school psycho and get away with it. Him being obsessed with her, she can't escape me. Oh my god, this man is like the plague. Get a life and a grip. Oh my god, he's really annoying. I understand that most people find this stuff appealing solely in fantasies, but I would not even fantasize about this. A man being so obsessed with me that he's like, you can't escape me. That is not a fantasy, that is a night terror. Okay? A night terror. Not even in my imagination do I want a man, or even a woman for that matter, to be so obsessed with me that they're like, she can't escape me. Like, what are you? Like, the newest strain of COVID? You're 18 and just married the king of the Italian Mafia in an arranged marriage. Growing up, you never knew who your father was, or that he had promised you to the king when you were born. Okay, kind of got the short end of the stick there. But suddenly you find yourself in Italy with a gigantic diamond on your finger and a stranger for a husband. You can't deny that he's handsome, and he's been nothing but sweet and attentive on your wedding day. You begin to wonder if all those horrifying rumors are wrong, that he's not a monster, until, at your reception, you see him end a man. The sparkles around end. You see him murder somebody with his bare hands, not even flinching. I'm sorry, beautiful. I shouldn't be working on our special day. Can you forgive me? Well, he really said the grind never stops. Clocked in, even at the altar. Unaliving somebody with your bare hands at your wedding and then just having to move on from that, like, all right, now who wants cake? Also, love the fact that I was like, you know, he's handsome and he seems kind of sweet actually. And then he murders someone in cold blood at our wedding. And I'm like, oop, I stand corrected. When her enemy kisses her to stop her panic attack. Him, that didn't mean anything. A guy like me has high standards. And on that note, I do feel another panic attack coming on. Listen, as a nurse, I've encountered people having panic attacks, and it seems to me like the last thing you ever want to do is kiss them on the mouth, okay? I mean, not only would it be probably unpleasant for them, but an HR issue for me. Like seeing someone have a panic attack and think, maybe I should stick my tongue down their throat. And not only should I French them when they're hyperventilating, but after they calm down, I should tell them that they're ugly. When she's trying to apologize for hurting him, but he can't even stand to look at her, so he tells his twin brother to tie her up and toss her into the trunk. I'm sorry, if you toss me into the back seat like that, I'm sharding and I'm making the ride hell for everybody. Sorry, princess, we aren't the heroes in your story. We're the villains. Also him, hires a private chef just for her and hopes spoiling her will make her want to stay with them forever. This guy is like, I'm gonna make the Stockholm Syndrome terminal. We aren't the heroes in your story. We're the villains. But do you want a rose-scented bubble bath or a jasmine-scented bubble bath? I will produce horrors beyond your comprehension. Right after I give you this mani-pedi. Alright, well, let's wrap it up. I'm seriously baking right now, so I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Yeah. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment because that is simply what the sexy people do. And thank you so much for watching. And my camera is gonna die until next time.